stable. I was getting some like unstable little messages going on down here. So how's it running now? Let me know if it's acting up or if it's fine now. But we were having some internet trouble last night. Having some thunderstorms and stuff that was causing some droppages, some internet drop. So hopefully it's mostly stable today, but it is Thursday. Hope everyone's having a good week. You're back on the schedule. We're gonna play some Half-Life Delta Particles today. We're gonna finish it. I think we're near the end of it, so we'll be wrapping that up, and then I will be moving on to something else afterward. Had to refresh. Yeah, I had to do that on your stream sometimes, where I have to refresh it to get it to work. Maybe it's Twitch too. Yeah, it might be something going on OBS or Twitch or whatever services. I don't know. We will see. Let's see what we can see. I got my beverages. I got a water, which I actually need to go to the store and get some food stuff because we're getting low on drinks and food. I'll probably be making something with chicken later tonight, but we do need to go to the store. And there was something else I was going to mention today that I've forgotten. Oh yeah, Love's re-debut is this week. I hope everyone is able to make that. We are now all Higa Happiness. We are all derived from Higa Happiness now, so we match. We will need to do a Higa Happiness collab at some point. Beverage. Yeah, that was one thing. There's something else I was going to mention too. Next week, we got the System Shock 2 remaster. That's coming out next week. That's really exciting. You got ads? Why are you getting ads? What the heck? It might be the, because I don't run ads. It's probably just the first stream, like whenever you load the stream up. Ad type of thing, but I thought you have a sub. So we got Half-Life, or not Half-Life, System Shock 2 remaster next week. I should be getting, because I backed the Kickstarter. Oh, there we go. What the? Why is it giving a little image? I don't remember that ever being a thing. Now, what happens if I make the image not there? I'll test that. Hang on, let me go to my. I'm gonna run a test one. I was under the impression.
Get out of here.
There we go. Okay. So yeah, you just hide it. I see. For some reason, I thought if you hid the visibility, it would also make the sounds not play too. I have got to get out of here. Yeah, I think it's the 25th. We will be getting the System Shock 2 remaster. I'm excited to get that. I backed the Kickstarter, so I should be getting a free copy of that. Pretty sure. I'll be looking into that, but I'm excited to try that out. And it will make multiplayer much more stable. That's the big thing about, if you play System Shock 2 multiplayer right now, it is jank. Not just in the sense of like playing the game itself is jank, but just getting it to run and like loading transition stuff. All that stuff just like desyncs. I love the rebalancing the multiplayer. What I do hope is that they give you the option to select difficulty when you play a multiplayer. Because that was one issue before, is that I think it was locked to either normal or hard difficulty, and you could not change it without running a mod, basically. If you played a multiplayer, just didn't have any options for some reason. So there's that. And I'm going to assume it's going to be much more stable than before, because before you needed to save your game every time you're about to go through like a loading screen transition. You need to save the game because there's a high chance you will desync and you have to restart the game. That happened like it was a coin toss. It was like half the time you go through a loading screen transition, it would just break. So you need to do that, and hopefully that'll be sorted out. But System Shock 2 makes a surprisingly fun multiplayer experience, even though the game wasn't designed to be a multiplayer game. It's actually pretty interesting when you play it multiplayer, because they have things in the game that like accommodate multiplayer, which is interesting. Like you can split item stacks, you can like drag items into other people's inventories and stuff. You can even like pull nanites out of your inventory and like toss them on the ground, which there's no reason to do that in single player. It's literally just there for multiplayer, which I think is cool if they like included those things. But it's definitely I would not recommend System Shock 2 as a first playthrough on multiplayer, because again, I don't think the game is balanced or designed around it. It makes the game very easy, because now you can just all go different builds and specialize in things, which lets you just kind of do everything in the game pretty easily. Like you don't have to share cyber mods with each other. Like everyone will be distributed. Like let's say you get 20 cyber modules. Just every individual person will gain 20. It's not like splitting 20 between two people, basically. So you actually have a greater sum of cyber modules from playing a multiplayer than just playing a single player. So there's stuff like that just makes the game easier, and you kind of lose the kind of isolation, kind of horror, survival horror kind of feel of the game play multiplayer too. So if you're ever going to play System Shock 2 for the first time, I would not recommend it multiplayer, even though it is a fun experience. I think the game is best first experienced single player. So there's that. There is a big Darktide update next week too. The Arbitis update comes out next week, which will add the new class, and there's also like a big, I guess, like overhaul. Like that's all Darktide's been for the past 3 years, is just like overhauling their systems. Basically, one of the overhauls is another overhaul to, or maybe I guess it would be the first overhaul. The I guess mission board and the kind of like progression of like the story, quote unquote, in the game. I guess there will be a more like tangible plot in the game or something, because I don't know, people have been requesting like, where's the story? Where's the story in Darktide? Me personally, I never played Darktide for the story, but people have been demanding that for so fucking long that I guess they finally they've caved to it. Here's the story you guys wanted. So I guess that'll be a thing. My ponytail redeem. Yeah, in order to not false advertise my stream thumbnail, we need to go ponytail mode. Okay, now we are in line. Thank you. So people are story fiends. Yeah, I know there's some people that it's like they can't play a game unless it has like a story to follow. I'm not one of those people, but I guess it is cool to have a game where there's some sort of plot, I guess, for you to follow. Thank you for the Deus Ex Rats. How you doing, Avasora? Yeah, see, free update. Battle for Tertium, Darktide. The core player experience has been reworked to provide a clear narrative focus. Following the conflict of the Battle for Tertium, players now experience a linear campaign. Yeah, I love linear. With new mission debriefs and embedded cinematics. This progression path is designed to ease new players in and gradually unlock features that are previously gated by character levels. Previously, each new player's experience is completely random. Battle for Tertium narrative presents maps, enemies, and characters in a specific order, allowing players to discover all aspects of the game at a much better pace. Existing players that play character at level 10 or higher can choose to skip the story or play it from the beginning. Yeah, so I guess it's like I don't know if it's like some separate mode in the game. That's what I'm gonna assume, is that it's like a, yeah, like a separate like story mode or something. Story missions play the same as regular missions, except these missions have a more tighter control over which enemies spawn. Might hear some new VO lines during the missions, new mission debriefs. Yeah, so you can just like opt out of this basically. Mission board rework. Okay, so the random missions are no longer tied to difficulty. Okay. I'm mostly interested in the new class and the weapon balance changes. I'm hoping they do, because there's like a rumor that they're gonna nerf the, or like rework the plasma and the dueling sword. So I guess both those weapons are considered like too strong or something. I don't really use the plasma gun much, but the dueling sword's definitely like crazy strong in that game. Apparently the Chinese patch notes for the game accidentally leaked like the changes. I've been hearing something about that, so I don't know if that's actually going to make it into the next patch or if that's like a far off thing. To me, it just depends on the game. It's nice to know the context, but definitely not necessary. Yeah, some games like I could just not care about story because they're so like arcadey that you just get straight to the gameplay. That it's like to me, it's like Doom. Like the original Doom, you boot the game up, you start it, boom, you're in the game, you're playing it. There's a story, it's kind of there, but it's just, you know, you could just completely ignore it, basically. But it does add, like, a little bit of, like, you know, kind of fun context to the game, too, if you do, like, read, like, the little text that's in the game. Alright. Delta Particles. I've got half the Steam achievements for this. Prevent security officer from listening to music. Damn, I gotta get that one. Alright. Let's boot this game up. I got double music going on. There we go, there we go. I need to turn the game down. Can someone operate the portal?
Power restored 100%.
It's been a minute since I played this. These are detailed textures? Did these turn back on? Yeah, why'd they turn back on? Get out of here. I also feel like, is texture filtering on too? Yeah, why'd all this turn on? Yeah, look how much better this looks with no texture filtering. Like, ugh. It's blurry and weird. Can you turn it off? Oh, that's good. That's crunchy and nice. So Half-Life textures are, they're so low res that they don't look good filtered to me. So these are like Quake 1 and like Doom kind of resolution textures where you got like, you know, like 64 by 64 resolution textures are super low pixel count to where when you filter those it just looks like mud basically. Got a revolver ammo. Hate low gravity. Yeah, in like Quake, Deathmatch, and stuff, I was never a fan of low gravity. I don't like how it feels because part of the thing with like Quake movement and whatnot is that it's very snappy and fast jumping. Like jumping gets you to like bunny hop and move around, and when you're low gravity, you lose that ability to kind of bunny hop and move around quick. I was never really a fan of low gravity for that reason. This mod feels really good to play. I like the weapons a lot. Throws off rocket. Yeah, when you like hit people and they go flying away. Normally in Half-Life you cannot kill these things. It's pretty satisfying to kill them, but I also feel like oh, they kind of present like an interesting kind of like environmental hazard basically. So by just being able to kill them, I feel like kind of just trivializes these like quote unquote enemies. So they're more like an obstacle than like an enemy. I think I did this last time, but my game crashed. Yeah, I mind messing around with low gravity or having, you know, like a level here and there. It's like low gravity, but never like a super fan of it.
I can't hold on much longer.
I mean, like repurpose old Half-Life lines in like different contexts, kind of funny. Cause I know like what the original line is like used for. Got an achievement for killing the Zen trees. Forget Quake 2 wins the UTO4 game day. Yeah, UTO4 is pretty sick. I think I actually played, out of all the UT games, I think I played 04 the most when I was younger. A lot of good mods for 04 as well. Killing Floor, the original Alien Swarm also was in UTO4. I played a lot of Alien Swarm. In ways, I liked the UT version of Alien Swarm more than the Valve Steam version because there's actually a lot more like kind of base content in the game. There's more maps. It had a whole bunch of different like scenarios, campaigns. Or was it just like the one campaign that the Steam version has? The retail, or I guess kind of like the Valve version of Alien Swarm is definitely more polished though. I think it was like a tighter experience basically. Look like items, I don't think they are. Yeah, 2004 had really cool levels, especially the assault maps. Looks like we need an E card. Must have missed where the key card is. It's probably in one of these buildings here. 'Cause I'm pretty sure last time I played I picked it up. Oh, it's right here. Now we're in the room.
It was all for
She's alive.
nothing. All of them are either deceased or went missing. I shall be known. There's nothing else for us to do
Sure
here.
what this is. This like,
We need to keep moving.
I assume it's an ammo for like a specific weapon type. I'm probably just full of. Oh god, I have so many weapons. I just realized.
Let's get out of here.
not sure where to take her exactly. Oh, she probably operates the portal. Pathfinding funky? No. It's a newer mod. They got polished pathfinding. The Barrett 50 cal classic scientist weapon. Yeah. I just have these casually laying around. That's a big ass button there. Just need her to come push the button for me. This is gonna break at some point. The elevator sound.
Power restored 100%.
It's like we have like this kind of like rotating kind of quake style sky in this too. It's cool. I like dynamic skyboxes. Breakthrough. There we go. I'd be like M16 ammo or something here. I guess this is gonna open up at some point too. The grenade reload animation is very long on the M16. Oh, this isn't. It's an M4. Say M16 because that's what it is in Swing Co-op.
Ready?
Okay, let's go. I'm used to green portals being bad. The heart-stoppingly cute moment. Enter the portal. Damn, that was crazy. Oh, we win. That was the end. It ends with the you get your waifu in the portal. Alright, Spirit of Half-Life. I think that's Spirit of Half-Life. It's not really a source port, but I think it's kind of like a foundation, like a Half-Life mod kind of foundation. It has a bunch of like new features and stuff. Surprisingly short. Yeah, it was short for today, but I played like a pretty long session last week. I kind of expected it to go a little longer though today. As protection suit. I voice protection suit. Use Iron Cthulhu Apocalypse. And Out of Hell. In fact, there's like a musician called Out of Hell. Just makes me think of like the Out of Hell mod for Unreal Tournament. They include the entire track list here in the credits. Original Sin now playing. Expect there's something to happen at the end of the credits also. Thank you for playing. I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, I feel like this is a very good Half-Life mod. Came out, I believe, December 24. It's very recent release, but it's very polished. I liked it. Yeah, dude, there's gonna be a post-credits.
Everything's changed here. I'd say it's a little too different. It's look like a lot of time has passed, and all of this alien flora? Curious that it could survive on concrete structures. Well, let's access the extent of...
I think it's doing the Half-Life 2 thing, because it's just like in Half-Life 2 where you go to the portal right as all the Combine come in and start blowing up everything. They did the same thing, except they had the HECU blowing up the facility. So it's probably like, it's like 20 years have now passed since the teleporter. It's pretty cool though. You follow me?
Right behind you.
Where's my guns? Skeleton. I like that, what was it, Get a Life, where you would use like the AR2 all fire, and then it just leaves like this goofy skeleton ragdoll. I'm sorry, I am incapable of pressing the button.
It cannot be. It's much more than that.
Because the whole facility's in Zen.
You may pinch me. Or better yet, bite me.
Oh, the end. Change game. Never did it. That is the end of Delta Particles. Yep. We just finished it. Delta Particles is over. I've done the post-credits as well. Alright. Next mod. I do know, like... I don't know if I want to do it right now. Yeah, I like... Last week, I just, like, plowed through Delta Particles. And I got to, like, the last, like, 10 minutes of it, not knowing how much there's actually left. And then I just, like, started today and just immediately beat it. There's, like, one last encounter. It's like, if I had one thing to critique was that, I don't know, maybe it's just a me thing, but I felt like it was a little too easy. I probably should have played it on hard, but I don't typically play default Half-Life on hard because I find a lot of the enemies get like too spongy kind of feeling on hard. I can do it, I just don't find it super enjoyable to do. So I kind of played this and it felt like, I don't know if they rebalanced the weapons at all. Let me go back to the other room also, just because I'm talking at the moment. I don't know if they rebalanced the weapons at all. They felt a little different in this than default Half-Life, but they felt like they were tuned up a bit to be a bit stronger. So I think I should have played it on hard, but I didn't really know that going into it. I think if I replayed, I would definitely play it on hard. But yeah, I was saying, one thing I want to do is, like, I want to play, like, Half-Life 1, go through it, and then replay it again on, like, or not replay Half-Life, but play Black Mesa immediately after Half-Life, just to have, like, a direct comparison between the two. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for the Hallie Scream subscription. Almost 2 years, that's crazy. Yeah, we play UT99 music here. Could play this other one, Half-Life Field Intensity. I played this one a bit ago, but I kind of want to replay it. It's kind of like it's almost like a Opposing Force 2 kind of thing. It's very similar to Opposing Forces vibe, basically. I think it came out like a couple of years ago, maybe? I need to look up when this one came out. I played it a bit ago. It was pretty good. Zoom in more. There, how's that? We're gonna play Field Intensity. Half-Life Field Intensity. Do you need me to get you a thumbnail for that? Or a picture for reference? Let me see. Oops, I didn't want to click the Discord button. All right, here you go. It's like Opposing Force, but a slightly different shade of green. It looks like you're on a date. It's like the dinner table. Yeah, I can say that. I tried Opposing Force already. Oh yeah, Opposing Force is like... I love Opposing Force. I've played a lot of Half-Life and Half-Life related things growing up. It's like one of my childhood games, basically. I like Opposing Force a lot more than Blue Shift. Even though Blue Shift, I think, has very good quality maps to it. I was pretty disappointed when I first played Blue Shift because it doesn't really add too much more content to Half-Life aside just like the new levels, basically. Yeah, we already beat we beat Delta Particles. I was like right at the end of it. All right. Here we go. Yeah, I remember I have kind of a, I don't know. Blue Shift was like a game where my experience with it was like I was excited for because I loved Half-Life growing up, and I was hyped for Blue Shift, and I got it like day one, and then I beat it in like, excuse me, I beat Blue Shift in like 3-4 hours or something on my first playthrough when it first came out, and I was just kind of like, oh, that's it? It just kind of like ends really quick, and I'm like, it's basically like, it kind of ends where you'd probably be more at like the kind of like halfway point in Half-Life 1, basically. Field Intensity. I feel like, from what I remember, Field Intensity just kind of feels more like vanilla, like Opposing Force, basically, in terms of like it's like enemy weapon balance, so I'll just stay on medium difficulty. Yeah, I remember Blue Shift was one of the first times I got a game, and I played it and beat it, and I was like, just kind of like, oh, that's it. That was kind of disappointing. Like, it has, like, the HD pack thing, which was, like, it was kind of cool, but I ended up missing the kind of, like, low-definition models pretty quick. I like the low-definition Half-Life models and, like, sounds more in the HD pack. Stefan Oldfield. Yeah, 26 old. This is Half-Life Field Intensity. It's a Half-Life mod that's kind of like Opposing Force. Oh, we're Corporal, just like Shepard, also. I remember Opposing Force also, like, my history of Opposing Force. I always remember when I got it, like, kind of the circumstances around getting Opposing Force was, like, I loved Half-Life when I was a kid. And I basically, I went to, I think it was either a Sam's Club or a Walmart, I can't remember what it was, but I was on a road trip, like, with my dad, and we stopped at a Sam's Club, and I remember seeing a copy of Opposing Force, like, on the shelves, and I was like, oh my god, I have to have that, I have to have that, I have to have that, and like I was like bugging my dad, like I have to get Opposing Force, and he wouldn't let me get it. He's like, no, I can't get it, and I'm like, why? And he's like, because I already got it for you for Christmas, and it was like weeks before Christmas, so when we got home, he just like let me open the present early. Surprised there's a Black Ops mod that lets you play them in Half-Life 1. Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't do like an expansion like that too, because they did like Opposing Force and Blue Shift. But I do think there's mods or like a mod that's like in development. No, shut up. I'm pretty sure there's like a mod or several mods like in development that are doing the kind of like Black Ops perspective. I've seen them on ModDB. I just don't remember the names.
The elevator must be in that room behind these doors. No way I can cut through this with my torch. Man, I hate
We get the Kino voice acting.
Maybe we can find the control panel and open those gates in a more civilized way.
Like Opposing Force, you got like the engineer to cut the doors open for you. So Richter overtime voices someone in here. I'm not familiar with who that is.
Well, you're the one with the night vision. You go there.
I'm the only one that has night vision. I see. It's a Gmod. Do they make like Gmod animations or something? Oh, we already got a combat knife. Still pitch black. There we go. So Dreamcast ported Blue Shift for the PS2. I know that Blue Shift, and I think the reason why it's so short is that Blue Shift was originally developed to be a kind of like side campaign that would be shipped with like the Dreamcast version of Half-Life 1 that got canceled. Alright, we got like a objective marker, not marker, but objective screen in this game. Night vision comes with two styles. You can configure the preferred style in advanced settings. I think one's like yeah, there's Counter-Strike and Opposing Force style, so I think they both just kind of light up the environment and like a radius around you. Feels like the Counter-Strike style's like more effective, like it's like longer. There's kind of a film grain on the Opposing Force style. There's even options for like hand grenade physics. Classic versus Anniversary. What? I didn't know there was a difference between the Anniversary and the other versions of the game, huh? Oh yeah, let's go heavy on the view rolling. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's like a little too crazy. I like it looking kind of like it's like Quake 1 kind of style view bobbing there. Yeah, why is it? Because my assumption is that Anniversary was supposed to make Half-Life feel as close to the original 1 release, like when it was on CD, as close as possible. So calling it classic when it's like not the attempting to make it 1 style is like confusing to me. Like which one's actually more authentic to 1? Is it Anniversary or is it classic? I actually don't know that. I know the satchel charge control. I don't like how the Anniversary changed the satchel charge control, where I think they made it where, like, left click. They made it where, like, left click will throw more satchel charges than right click detonates it, I think, which is, like, it is, like, counter to how I am used to it being. The firearms battle cry. So I love hearing that beep. That's the old chat sound. Hey Malphus, how's it going? I got a thumbnail for Delta Particles and then just beat it in like 5 minutes also.
Old field. Follow your squad engineer.
Yeah, I think there's an issue with the sound alerts site for a bit.
Remember the order, Stefan. No witnesses.
Hit mission objective. Kill everyone.
Damn, something must be broken. I hate elevators. I'll stay and try to figure it out here. You might have a better luck outside.
Let me turn off that intrusive sound alert image. Quiet! Can't shoot through there. Yeah, it felt like that Delta Particles definitely slowed the movement speed of the player a bit. 'Cause this feels more like vanilla to me.
Everyone's talking about this Gordon Freeman guy. Looks like he's responsible for this mess. HQ
Who's
sent
taking
the
this
squad to
Freeman
search
guy
his
anyway?
dormitory.
Out of my way. Nice. So Half-Life has some like gnarly fall damage also. You get fucked up from like pretty short falls in this game. Oh, these turrets are good. Hey, it's Half-Life Decay.
These ladies are crazy.
Get the hell out of here!
Their voices don't
Where's
match.
Freeman? We don't have time to mess around here.
You've got to believe me. Freeman could be anywhere.
I'm not letting you go until you talk.
Yeah, I was literally thinking of Left 4 Dead. I hate stairs. I hate elevators. The big question is, do I have the Steam broken version of the MP5, or do I have the fixed patch MP5? I like there's like a health bar on your squad bases, so that's cool. I think might be a option for like commanding your guys in this. Recruit squad, disband squad. Okay. You like tell them to go somewhere? I don't think there is. You can disband and recruit. Okay. That feels like... This feels like good accuracy. That's not the multiplayer accuracy on the MP5. So this is This is the fixed SMG. I think if you go back and play like Opposing Force or Blue Shift right now, I don't think the accuracies are incorrect, but I do think the rate of fire has that kind of like frame rate kind of rate of fire. I don't know if I call it glitch, but the rate of fire is like overly reliant on your frame rate. Where if your frame rate I think is here, if it's too high or if it's too low, that the SMG like fires slower. I love geometry, like sinks and showers, appliances, and stuff like that. Handgun. I can open this up. I love how it's like a door texture, but it's like scaled really, really small. This is the PlayStation 2 port of Half-Life menu music. It's like super bit crushed, but yeah, it sounds like the PS2 menu music. None of those are openable. I think it's just optional down there. I didn't really need to do anything down there.
What's happening? Great God.
So just like a Half-Life 2 line. On resources. Recruit squad commands provide a fast way to rally nearby ally soldiers. Okay. Unlock the elevator doors from the outside. Okay.
Man, Corporal, you look just like I feel.
I need to come out here. It's cool going from like Half-Life 1 to like Opposing Force and Blue Shift also. As you can see, there's like a jump in like poly count, like the new weapons, the new character models and whatnot. They're definitely higher poly and like higher res textures than like default Half-Life. When you look at these guys versus like the original HECU soldiers from Half-Life 1, there's like a huge jump in like the poly count. If you go to a Blue Shift with the HD pack, you can see an even bigger jump there. Like the original soldiers, their their head was like it's almost like a cone, basically.
Government cover-up. We're not in my job description. Yes, sir.
It's convenient. I can just like press a button and make them follow me.
Hey, Stefan, I haven't heard from the rest of your crew since they entered the second elevator.
I want the pipe wrench.
Sorry, Corporal. This door is barricaded from the other side.
Hey, it's air hockey. Can I actually slide this? Oh my god. They're like little like funk like pushables. That's so stupid. Floppy Man. I actually like air hockey. Miss
Only
Robot.
drill instructor Barnes could see me now.
This little arcade room. And we got a pushable, which means it's puzzle time.
This place makes boot camp seem like Disneyland.
Can't really see anything in here. So I assume it's out here. Ah, it's probably this. I think they're like janitor zombies. They disappear on death. These things have like, yeah, they have like a separate lighting. Like they're always full bright. I think they make them stand out as like a interactable object. I would like a pipe wrench. Oh, okay. I don't need a pipe wrench. This has an alt fire. I don't need to push it for there. There's a battery there. There's probably something in here. If I touch a barnacle. Yeah, this is the cool thing Opposing Force had, these ropes. They're a little janky, but they're also really cool. I remember being really impressed the first time I saw these ropes, because they have, like, physics to them. But they're, they're pretty awkward to use. I don't even need the armor up there, to be honest. I'm full. Is this electrified? It is not. This damage is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Huh? Some of my shots are not connecting. That's weird. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, pistol is a little stronger. It's technically more ammo efficient to use this. I'm sure the DPS is higher on the MP5. Oh, how'd you get here?
I got your six.
Come here. Torch the door.
I'll be through here in no time.
It's like the animation where he lights the torch with the cigarette. Desert Eagle.
All right, you got it, Corporal.
Your power is off in this area. There should be 2 generators somewhere. I hate
Yeah, he's just doing the Francis thing. Got a shoot gun. Power's on. Maybe torches that door.
Man, my dogs are barking. Stand back, Corporal. This should only take a minute.
I love hearing like the old voice lines, and then you have like the new voice lines. It's like completely different voice actors. That's so funny to me. Okay, so the guy on the radio is who's voicing him.
I was told this is gonna be
So I just need an optional room. Yeah, it's just optional. Supply B. Lock power. So there must be another power switch somewhere. Maybe it's up here. That's all the hound eyes. There we go. I like these shirts. Okay, so this is open now.
I hate dates. You better proceed without me, Corporal. Seems like I'm gonna be stuck there.
There's the box that whoop. I remember hearing that in Team Fortress servers so much back in the day. Hitboxes are weird on the barnacle for some reason. This isn't open yet. Yeah, the aesthetics of TF2 very different than TFC. TFC is just kind of like it's Half-Life 1 basically, with like a little bit of Quake, like Quake 1 in there. At least in terms of like the, I guess like, I don't know if there's really any Quake in there, but it just looks more like Half-Life 1 basically. Oh, this is a rope. I thought this was a barnacle. Thinking more Deathmatch Classic when I think of Quake. There's a turret. Don't have any grenades. Snipes. Yeah. Yeah, remember when TF2 was first announced? I had a lot of friends that loved Team Fortress Classic back in the day, and they were so mad at like the TFC or the TF2 announcement because of just how like weird and different it looked from TFC. I think Gabe Knowles also, pretty sure he mentioned how he was actually very nervous about the announcement of TF2 because he was like, man, people are probably gonna hate this when they see this. I think it actually worked out very well for them. TF2 is like beloved now. Probably die if I try to jump over there. That looks like the guy from, like the wheelchair guy from Decay, like his wheelchair. Yeah, I love the wind ambience in Half-Life. Some opposing force music playing. Forgot I had the Desert Eagle. I've not been utilizing it, but I don't have much ammo either. I don't think that's a doable jump because of the angle. This might be... there we go. It's a little awkward. Evil water. Let's not touch that. It's just like the part opposing force is just like that. The acid. I can get him out of the air like I can in Delta Particles. Oh, you can. Hell yeah. I thought that was a valve on the wall. It's definitely harder to do it in this. There we go. I feel like the collision box might be smaller on the knife than the pipe wrench.
I'm saved at last. Wait a minute, and I'll let you in.
Rescued at last. Thank God you're here.
Finally! This connection's been giving me hell for a while now. I see you reached the biolab. Well, bad news. Gordon Freeman's on the other end of Sector E, nowhere near you. But there might be other scientists in this area for you to track down.
Immediately report to nearest security checkpoint.
Yeah, so where we can take advantage of the personnel that don't know we're here to kill them. It's mini batteries. Good geometry in this mod also. It's very reminiscent of like kind of, I'd say like opposing force and like blue shift kind of quality level design. Maybe a little more toward blue shift at times.
Control Sector E.
What part of the armed forces are you with?
I like how his icon is blue for security guard.
This place is a lot.
Seeing their health value is useful too. I like how kind of expansive this area is here. Oh my god, got a little hiccup. Let's see if we can open this.
The only way out would be to find someone with scanner access. I'm pretty sure there's a few scientists hiding somewhere in the labs. Our luck has to change sooner or later. I'll stay here and guard this area.
Right. He can stay here. That was a chum toad in the microwave. Classic. Oh, there's G-Man. So like the big TVs. We're in Gamma location. There's anything under here? Nope. You like tankier? It took like a full like secondary swing. Half-Life, full life consequences. Like Doom repercussions of evil.
At last, a fellow human. I guess you want to get out of the lab. The shortest way to the surface from here is through the Gamma complex. If you leave me to I can let you in.
There's your Team Fortress sound.
Unfortunately, I can't get past that gargantuan in the next room. My control over the system is limited, but I can open the entrance back down in the corridor.
There's a Garg.
Squads here should be somewhere at biolabs, but I've lost contact with them. I'm afraid you're on your own, buddy.
Which way do we go? Probably drop down. Let's see, that one died in one hit. I think the Barney guards are like, or the Barney zombies are a bit stronger, maybe. Goods there. Nope. Alright, we are on the right track. I have to remember that I think it's not a delayed frame with the attack. I think it's like literally the moment you release, fires your collision. I jump up here. Look at that little hop out, that was funny. We got snarks and green snarks. That's a LD snark. That's a HD snark. And there's chum toads in there. Here's what the green snarks do. I don't remember. How's one? It's for. This is a good quality mod. I like it. I played it once before, but it was a while back. You really gotta get him in the head. It's gonna go somewhere. Like I need to go down that garbage chute area. This loops around. Oh, there's Stuka bats in here. That's a cut enemy from Half-Life 1. Another one of those enemies where they like modeled and animated them, but they just didn't actually like implement them in the game. But they're like there in the game files. Half-Life 1 has several enemies like that. Let's go down here. This is a very awkward angle. It's 3 stabs with a knife. Down here, red crabs. Oh my god, there's one halfway down too. It's just kind of dead ends down here. Okay. I had a feeling that was like the way you're actually supposed to go. Alright. I'll do something here. I think they're explosive snarks, that's how they work. No. And I'll stay away before they blow me up. Ow.
Oh, you defeated the beast. Excellent. Thank you for the help. Now we can head to the gamma.
Oh, you defeated the beast. Oh, that's a funny way of putting it. Yeah, knife is functionally very similar to the pipe wrench from Opposing Force. Feels a little bit weaker than it to me. I don't know if that's the case or if it just has the same code. I don't want to knife these guys. They just kind of mess you up for getting close to them.
Roger that.
Scientist over here.
Okay, I'll wait here and help anyone else who comes by.
Hey, Machi, how's it going?
My right hemisphere for a few hours of sleep.
No way.
Right before you rescued me from my confinement, I received a transmission from my Lambda colleagues. They said they need to get the Alpha satellite in orbit.
9 of these
They
boom
also
sharks.
tried to say something about you. Forces. Sadly, the connection was broken. I presume the Lambda team just wanted you to help them with the launch.
That's actually an interesting
questionable
piece of
ethics.
information regarding the satellite. The brass isn't going to be happy with rockets going off during their operation. I forwarded them the message.
Did not go the way I wanted it to. Let's open that door open faster. I feel like healing pulls in like these random little spots. I don't like healing pools because they take so long to activate. Or not activate, but just the heal over time is very slow.
These must be the same suits as the one that Gordon Freeman wears. Oldfield, check out that hazard suit. Looks like
That's a
those
hazard
suits have
suit.
tracking devices on them. Assuming Gordon's does too, we should be able to track his movement through the facility.
It feels like we're in like the questionable ethics kind of area of Half-Life. It's got that texture set. What the hell is that? Oh, it's a kingpin. It's another cut enemy from Half-Life. Oh, there's a wheelchair guy. The Half-Life Decay guy. I like these like geometry lights kind of shining through the windows here. That's cool. I always love kind of like spotlighting like that. HEV zombies kind of like in delta particles. You got the beeping too. That's cool. What's that in there? Head grab in there. It's gonna open or something. There are controllers already. Oh, I see. It's like a different wheelchair scientist. I'm not keeping track on the head crabs. There are a lot of them in this. There's more head crabs up there. Why is there one in there? Makes you think it would like open up or something. I like the dynamics in these levels also where you have like areas of like no power and you turn the power switch on, like makes it bright. You turn off power, makes it dark. I was like levels, especially if they make you backtrack through areas and levels. I like when the levels themselves kind of change based on events in the level. So we turn off the power. Assume there's like a door somewhere that required the power to be off or something, or like an electrical field maybe. I might have missed an electrical field. It was kind of like blocking your path or something. Ooh, Tau cannon. This is basically the best weapon from Half-Life 1. I'd argue the glue-on gun is actually like the best weapon in Half-Life 1, but I feel like you can get a bit more versatility out of the Tau cannon and the glue-on gun. I'll function a little better on the armor. Yeah, just to charge it up enough. This must be the way. Or not. Physics. It's kind of like looking around at this thing. Oh, it's a hydraulic press. That's cute. Floppy disk there.
Squad November is right above your current location. Join them in their search for Freeman.
It's kind of like panel. It's like ripped off the wall and the wires. It's like geometry wires sticking out. Crab. Just head crab at it. Keep hearing it. Oh, it's up here. might be the way to go. Okay. This is the way to go.
Thanks to your investigation of the hazard suit, we're now on track to catch Freeman.
They put the hive hands on slot 6. Guess that would make sense with yeah, be consistent with opposing force where most of the alien weapons are on slot 6. I see military and my instinct is to shoot them, but they're on my side in this game. Now I got the medic.
Corporal Oldfield, it's good to see you. To help us push through this fight, but it looks like they've gotten into trouble. The enemy is coming in great numbers.
I'm so nostalgic for that chat sound effect. Chat. Makes my name Stefan Oldfield, that's funny. Playing multiplayer FPS lobbies, especially like the early 2000s, it just felt like you basically got a chat room alongside your video game, where you join servers and there's this little kind of, you know, every server you join is its own community a lot of the time. So not only are you playing, you know, like Team Fortress Classic or whatever, you're also in basically a, you know, a chat room community. Like that sound to me is very nostalgic. Here. P5. Like the medics will just kind of automatically like go and heal your allies also. Opposing force soldiers have pretty cool AI.
It appears Freeman is not the only pain in our butts. Some security guard rescued one of the important scientists we captured before.
Opposing if you're new. I guess just depend on what community or server you joined. I think for the Deus Ex Rats. Oh, look at all those leeches. That's cool. There's Leech Haven down there. You're still up. Ow. It's like evil room.
Danger. Liquid biohazard leak in immediate area.
Just rolling that out. Can we jump over that, maybe? Oh. There's the, like, I think it's supposed to be like an antidote item or something. There's also an item that was like cut from Half-Life where there's like all these different like Half-Life's gonna have these little capsules you pick up. That's one of them. One of them was like an antidote where it would like remove like toxins from you. There was one that was like an adrenaline where if you died, it would actually like it would like revive the player if you hit like 0 HP, which I thought that was kind of interesting and cool. So is this gonna like giga kill me if I touch that? No? I think it's because I took the antidote. It's way up there, but there's also this way too. Yeah, I think that's optional.
Squad November is under heavy attack, Stefan. Find a way to get back there.
It's not breakable. Can I jump on top of this? Yes, I can. It's very slow, fan. Oh, not there. I think everyone died. Doesn't make the menu sound here. Okay, that's probably the way to go. Let's go find my dead teammates. I hope one of them has an MC49. Didn't really check if they did or not. Stuff up there. No, I've already been here. So my guys are dead, but I don't see their bodies anywhere. Maybe them? Yeah, they're just, I think they're just scripted to be dead. Alright, there's only one way to go now.
Danger. Food weak. Severe biohazard now in this area.
Where was it at? Is it over here? I don't fully remember where the way to go is. I think it was back here. This looks right. Can I Gauss jump? It's usually disabled in single player. Prevent you from like jumping out of the maps. They let you do it multiplayer though for mobility purposes. This thing's basically like rocket jumping. You can't really rocket jump in Half-Life, at least not in like vanilla Half-Life, but you can Gauss jump or Tau cannon jump. Different names for this weapon. People call it either the Gauss or the Tau cannon because I believe that it's referred to as both based on characters and the code in the game, basically. Got a little on a rail segment. old school med station. You can also wall bang if you charge this thing up like that. That's something about the utility purpose in this weapon. It's very versatile. Like in the multiplayer, you get like the rocket jumping basically with it. You get the wall banging with it. It's like a Quake railgun where it just, you know, charge up and just one-shots people. Which I feel like is why it's, in ways, it's a better weapon than the glue-on gun. And that's the thing I really miss in Half-Life 2's weapon roster is there's just not a lot of... There's not a ton of weapons in Half-Life 2, and a lot of them, to me, are just... They're so, like, cut and dry weapons that don't have a ton of, like, utility purpose. Or, like, the weapon application in Half-Life 2 is just very standard to me. It's like, you got pistol, you got machine gun, you got shotgun, you got, you know, the Magnum, you got bigger assault rifle, rocket launcher. It's like they're all like fine. They kind of, you know, they serve their purpose, but none of them feel super, to me, super fun to use. They'll have great feedback. I think it's Valve's it's mostly, I think, Valve's focus of just making the gravity gun kind of like the main kind of gimmick of Half-Life 2. That's my bolt. So where they kind of prioritize the physics and like weapon, you know, like kind of improvised weapon that is like the gravity gun. Because I would say that's probably the most interesting weapon in Half-Life 2 is that one. It's the gravity gun, but the whole game just kind of hinges on the use of it. It's like that, and also like the
Smell what I smell?
hey, there's the janitor. Telefrag. Incredible. Also just I would say the enemy design in Half-Life 2 is like not as varied as Half-Life 1 either. So even if you had all these like new and like interesting weapons, I don't feel like there's a lot of ways you could probably use them on Half-Life 2's roster as well. At least in the way that they're designed in that game. But there's a lot cut from Half-Life 2. A lot of enemies, a lot of weapons, a lot of environments. I don't think the leak made Valve suddenly shift what they're doing with Half-Life 2. Half-Life 2 is like already kind of in a shift before the game got leaked. But the leaked version of Half-Life 2 has it has content that is before Valve's kind of like shift in Half-Life 2 to kind of change it into the 2004 release version of the game, and content that's still kind of left over from the old like 2002 and 2003 builds of the game. Is that where I'm actually supposed to go? On the key card. The hell am I seeing? It's like a weird like lighting effect. Interesting. Oh, it's that right there. Keycard's back this way. I don't need no tram. Yeah, it's like it ends there anyway.
Stefan, you're close to the location of the Lima squad. They need your help. Apparently the aliens have got air support.
President hurt me. Some more lychees in there. Lychee jelly. Or is it lychee? Something else spawn in. He's up there. Oh, cool. They're like building tiles here. I like that. If they spawned enemies here, makes me feel like this is where I'm supposed to be. But I don't fully understand. I don't think it is. There we go. This kind of looks like a door that's gonna open at some point. No, there's a way here. If that opens at any point. I like the lighting here. You got nighttime kind of peeking through the windows. There's a little blue hue in this environment.
Sir, it's good to see another man in uniform.
Attention Squad Lima. Head to the old lab sector.
Lima beam.
Dr. Rosenberg and his team are hiding.
Got a 50 cal. Love the geometry shifts. They still hit me faster.
Keeping you in one piece is proving to be quite difficult.
Alright. Hey, I gotta go on BRB. Okay. Sorry about that. I had to give Pumpkin some assistance with audio stuff.
Manta rays. That's what we call them.
Manta
We're
rays?
not even sure if they're animals or machines, but they pose a real threat. Hopefully our anti-air forces will find a way to deal with them.
Yeah, I never even knew if there's like an actual name for those things or not. This thing ported down here, what the hell?
Area secure, sir.
I feel like Delta Particles definitely lowered the player movement speed. I feel much faster here. This one died. Death sound.
I'm a natural-born alien killer.
Here's a zombie around here. Where'd he go? There you are. Almost feels like, I don't know if this is the case, but it almost feels like the longer you hold on the knife, the more damage it does. There's definitely a headshot damage modifier with it. It's pretty big. Sometimes I feel like I hit them in the head, but it doesn't quite kill them. I don't think that was a headshot. I think the headshot with water guns is really tight. Caution. Please shoot. He's trying to shoot the bees, I think, at this turret. Yeah, I think it's trying to shoot the bees. That is so funny. If he holds his arm out, I think that extends its collision. Can't tell if that's a thing. Like the guy's reanimation, the alien grunt. What's going on? That's a bunch of... Yeah, he looks like a mech warrior back. Oh, I have hand grenades. I've not been using them. Where's the head? How do I aim to hit the head? He's not dead. Sensitive 3. I usually use 3, which I think is the default in Half-Life. It's a pretty lower sensitivity.
You're not gonna kill me that easily.
Yeah, do the whatever the second highest DPI is on my mouse. I'm not sure what DPI that is. There's 1,000. Yeah, I feel like it's around. It's somewhere between 800 and 1,200. Not sure exactly what the number is. I wish barnacles in Half-Life are a little bit more of an actual like threat enemy. Also, in the barnacles, like if they grab you, you can just aim up and then just hit them with your crowbar and insta kill them. They're kind of just more of a nuisance than like an actual threat in terms of like an enemy. They're scary though. Yeah. Oh, the feel of Half-Life grenades, where the way you throw them, how they move, is based on like the momentum of the player. So if you're running backwards, they kind of do that, where they they kind of just fall when you're running backwards, which I see a lot of people make the mistake of like running back and throwing them and like killing themselves because of that. Because if you jump forward and throw them, see they go really far. Let's make a quick load. Here we go. It's like here's standing still, you know, not super far. It goes a little bit of distance. But if you're moving forward and you throw it, it goes much further. And if you kind of do like a bunny hop, where you're like, kind of like, not a great example there, but there you go, like that, get some like real forward momentum. You can chuck these things really far. And it's also based on how long you hold. Like if you just tap and throw it, it doesn't go as far. I just go like one left click, left click. It's like a little bit different. Like all those little nuance to like how long you hold it, your movement. Like all those things will like change how the grenades feel, which I think makes it where there's like a learning curve to the grenades. A lot of people don't like them. Also, people play Half-Life and use the grenades, and they're just like what the fuck are these grenades? Why are they doing this? And it's because of the just like all the nuance of it being like tied to your movement. It makes it a bit confusing at first. I feel like it's kind of like blood dynamite, where there's like a nuance to the dynamite in blood. Once you figure it out, though, it's like extremely strong. So for like System Shock 2's melee weapons, like the wrench, it's like... Until I'm first play System Shock 2, they're like, what is with this wrench? Like, I am aiming at enemies in my crosshair, and it's just not hitting them. Like, why... Like, I'm literally aiming at them, why is it not hitting them? It's because the wrench, you have to, like, treat it in System Shock 2 as, like, an actual, like, object in world space that is, like, you know, a moving projectile, basically, on your screen. And you have to think of the arc of the swing and where it's going to reach, basically. So... At first, it's kind of confusing to figure out how to use the wrench in System Shock 2, but once you, like, get a feel for its arc and, like, frames, then it's like, oh, you can do some crazy things with the wrench in System Shock 2. I feel like that should have been a headshot, but I don't know. The melee in Half-Life 1 uses box collisions. When you swing, it's actually a big cube collision, big box collision. That explains why you don't hit always exactly in the middle of your screen. It tries to, like, aim, see, like, kind of the end of, like, your collision. It's kind of hitting in the center of your screen, or mostly hitting in the center of your screen. But if you're at an angle like this, see, I'm kind of hitting... Let's find a different... This wall texture's kind of hard to read, but, like... I'm aiming the center of my screen, but you don't even see the collisions. But yeah, see, it's kind of hitting... It's kind of hitting, like, the sides a little bit. It's because you're hitting kind of, like, the edge of those boxes, basically. Those box collisions. And that's what makes, like, hitting enemies and trying to go for, like, precise head hits a little bit challenging at times, because you might be aiming right at their head, but the box collisions kind of... You know, the first thing it's actually colliding with is, like, maybe their arm, or, like, the side of their torso, or something like that. That's a little bit of, like, a double-edged sword. You should go to Half-Life 2, and Half-Life 2 just fires a very, very short line trace, where it's like shooting a bullet that's just really, really short, basically. It has a very, very short range to it. So you're always hitting in the dead center of your screen. You can see here, I'm hitting the wall next to me, even though I'm aiming forward. It's that box collision hitting the side, basically. Yeah, Half-Life 2, you're shooting a very short bullet, which works, but it makes it where you have to be a little overly precise of, like, where you're swinging, basically. So it makes, like, melee kind of feel bad at times, because it feels like you're, you know, close enough, or, you know, you swung close enough to their head, but it just doesn't, like, connect with them, because you have to be so precise of where you're pointing. Because it's just it's like shooting a bullet, basically. It's just really short ranged. Cactus. I like when boxes break instantly. PCV. Alright, where's the M249? Give me the saw. I want the saw. No contact on the radio. It's over. Things are getting really bad. Oh. My request has been granted.
Go in there, Corporal. That monster wiped out my squad.
Oh, I think the Kingpin's in this. I think it's like an actual, like, boss encounter in this. Look at this forklift. Yeah, there you go. Awesome. So like, I think there's some mechanic to this thing. I'm burning it now. Might just be a timer. It's like the beer from like Stalker. Oh, okay, that's an instant kill. Gibby. The sound of the Kingpin's kind of goofy. Yeah, I think you just gotta wait out this like shield mechanic. That's just like the Vor from Quake's got like a homing projectile. It's like, I don't know if you can actually dodge a projectile and break like line of sight with it. Oh, it seems like it's on a timer of some sort. Not super clear on the Kingpin, like when you're like allowed to shoot it or not. And since, I mean, you can shoot it and see if the shield effect is like in place at the time you shoot them, but prior to shooting him, I'm not really sure when is like the right time to actually start firing at them. Something to do with like they shoot out these little like electric projectile thingies that kind of float around. I'm not sure if that has to do with the shield or what, or if you can like destroy it, or if it's just like an arbitrary like timer. So it could be interesting. I don't fully understand it yet. If it's something like just an arbitrary timer, I'm usually not a fan of like those type of mechanics on like bosses where it's like, here's the boss fight, and to damage the boss you have to wait. You just have to like wait the shield where it, you know, there's just some timer in effect where he has a shield and you can't damage him. You have to sit and wait, or just kind of like, you know, run around and like avoid damage while his shield's up, and then, okay, now the shield's down. Now's your chance to shoot him, or whatever. Never really a fan of boss design like that, because it just feels like you're kind of just waiting out like timers, basically, and to me that's just never really fun if it's something where it's always on like a set amount of time you have to like wait, and you cannot accelerate it in any sort of way. Like, to me, it's like, if you're going to give him a shield mechanic of some sort, there should be some way I can reduce the time of that shield in a way. Like, maybe there's some crystals, or, I don't know. Like, you could wait it out. Oh, I think they're just locking out from going back. Whatever. Like, you could wait out the shield, but you could also, you know, do something that will accelerate how fast that shield will come back down, basically. Like something like that, to me, is more interesting than it just being like, you know, at that point, it's like an auto-scroller, if you're just having to wait on a timer. I'm never a fan of that. I'm convinced that the knife requires like some extra time for it to actually get like the bonus stab damage or something. It feels like if I do it really quick, it doesn't do as much damage. Oh my god, this door just like pushed me out of cover. Alright, I'm just gonna give him a grenade. This door is pissing me off. Aperture. Yeah, I like the sound of hound eyes. They're very strange. Like a dog with like a sonic weapon, which I think is interesting. You're one of them.
Can't we just get along? When all the fighting started, I hid myself here. I don't think any of them above have survived. Yeah, I can get you some valuable supplies if you'll protect me.
Yes, that would be nice. Sandwich. Play the Wolfenstein games? Yes, I've played every Wolfenstein game except for the co-op one. This old YouTube. Looks like old YouTube. Video SOS.
Well, there goes our grandpa.
Yeah, Wolfenstein 2009 and the co-op, like the newest co-op one. But I've played every other one. All the way back to Wolfenstein 3D and Spear of Destiny. I've played those too. Yeah, that, like... I feel like it has to, like, charge up for a while before the knife gets full damage. I'm very convinced that that's a thing. What's this? Like... Which site is this? Is this like old 4chan or something? I can't fully tell.
We know strangers to love. You know the rules, and so
Alright. Alright, mod's trying to rickroll me. That's immediately this mod has dropped 2.5 points immediately.
Let's focus on our objectives. We still need to catch that Freeman guy, or at least Rosenberg and his team.
That's cool. What's going on up here? Yeah, I used to play enemy territory way back in the day. It's like a printing press or something.
Security is ended.
It's just some crabs. so many head crabs. Expect them to jump sooner. Alright, now we got range enemies. It's still coming. My god. A bottle here. Alright, is that all the head crabs? Cool. Yeah, maybe a little bit. I don't know. I'd lower the head crabs maybe by like a 15-20% less head crabs there. Not the most interesting combat encounter. Like I've been in an environment that looks a lot like this before. That looks like the very beginning of the train ride in Half-Life. Get me out of here. What's going on? Kind of looks like a episode 2 cutscene. Shows Black Mesa very briefly. Machine Game makes the Wolfenstein 3. It's actually been a while since the last Wolfenstein game. I think the co-op one, like, I don't know if it flop boost didn't do as well or something, but not 100% sure what their plans are with Wolfenstein, or maybe they just got tired of making them or something. They did the Indiana Jones game recently, I think, which I heard is like, I think that game's actually like fine or pretty good even. I like the new Quake stuff that Machine Game's been putting out, like in the Quake expansions, or the new Quake expansions that are included in the remasters. I think they actually did good work on those. There's someone walking around. There's like a vent I can go through, and then there's that way. I don't know which way is the right way, so I'm gonna take the vent first. I feel like vent would be optional. Yep, this is probably optional. How's my own game going? It's been going good. It's just kind of slow, as usual, basically. I've been mostly just kind of practicing art lately. I've been past few months I've just been kind of working on like 3D art for character model and texturing, because I've never done much like organic modeling in terms of like modeling something like a character or something. That's very like new to me. So I went through a whole thing of like reading a old book by Paul Steed, early 2000s, about just 3D modeling characters basically, and chose that book. One, I'm like a fan of Paul Steed and like his work on like the Quake games and whatnot, but it's also of the time period I'm trying to emulate. Is like I want to get that kind of late 90s, early 2000s kind of character model type of look. And so the book, I think it was published in 2002. It basically is teaching you how to model something that would probably be used in a game around that time, like 2001, 2002.
You can get to the old labs through the ventilation system.
The target poly count for the model that he like teaches you in that book is 1500, which I think that's higher. That's a bit higher, I would say, than maybe what I'm aiming for. I'm kind of aiming for like maybe early to mid like Half-Life 1 kind of era, like 99, like 2000 kind of time period. Stuff that you'd probably see more in a game like maybe Deus Ex or like Half-Life Opposing Force or something. But his model is like 1500 is kind of like a early, I would say early to mid like PS2 game. So I think even like Quake 3 player models had around like 700 like 900 polys, I'm pretty sure, somewhere around there. But yeah, it's been a challenge, like doing the whole modeling process, the unwrap, the texturing and whatnot. It's like I've done those aspects before, but mostly for just like hard surface stuff like environments and weapons and stuff like that. So once you get it onto like do a face or like like legs and stuff like that, it gets a little, for me, a little bit challenging in a different way than like hard surface stuff. Ugh. Oh, we got the pipe wrench finally. Yeah, it makes me curious, like, I don't know. At least the pipe wrench is on the first slot now. Like it's first on the weapons. I'm gonna assume this thing's just basically a knife but better. Kind of climb up there. Yeah, I'll kind of post. Just get flashbanged. Oh, I think that's the end of Opposing Force, or not Opposing Force, Blue Shift. Because he had like the door kind of like trip lined up like he would with Blue Shift. Uh-oh, Panther Eyes. Or cut Half-Life enemies. Am I stripped of my weapons? Uh-oh. The blops are here. I see. So we are the guy on the stretcher at the beginning of Opposing Force.
Oh, you've woken up. I'm glad to see my life-saving efforts weren't in vain. I was hoping that you soldiers had come to rescue us, but now it seems we are all in the same situation.
Why does he just have the
We
same
don't have
line
weapons
from the
to
beginning of
provide you with
opposing
firepower,
force?
Yet we still have something to offer.
The different scientist. Gibby.
This is the portable medkit device developed within the walls of this lab. It allows you to heal your own wounds as well as your allies.
It's like Sven
I
co-op.
hope you have better luck out there, or I fear none of us will get through this alive.
But yeah, basically as I finish stuff, I will probably be, you know, posting on socials and whatnot. I've still been working through the book. I read the book, just reading it to kind of digest the information. Then I went through the book again and applied it to actually like modeling. I finished the model. I'm at the texturing process, and texturing is very new to me for like an organic character, because I'm having to I'm painting like a face and like body and eyes, nose, mouth type of stuff, and it's like that's very new to me, because like all the texturing I've done in the past has been you know, just environments and guns basically. And the character that's in, or the character I've been modeling is, you know, it's just borrowed from the book basically, just for the purpose of like learning basically. It's a Paul Steed character, so I've been modeling his character and texturing it. And it was also challenging because the book was written for 3ds Max, whereas luckily I have the flashlight instead of a night vision now. That's a cool kind of change. What was I gonna say? I've lost my train of thought. It'll come back to me in a second. Yeah, this is better. This actually gives them. Yeah, it's mostly been like the, you know, just the learning experience, and then like the texturing process has been kind of time-consuming and difficult for me due to just my lack of experience, basically. Oh yeah, it's a book for 3ds Max, but I am working in Blender, so I've also had to do a lot of, I guess, kind of transposing or translating, sort of like, you know, here's how you do something in 3ds Max. That might not be the exact same method or, you know, feature that's going to be in Blender. And in some ways, some things in Blender are actually easier to do in Max, because it's an older book, and some of those techniques are, you know, he's writing it for Max in 2002, where, you know, I feel like Blender, it's much easier to do like a UV unwrap on a model, because you can actually like apply like seams manually and just kind of like project it into a 2D plane. I feel like a lot easier than like in Max. He has you sort of actually taking the model itself and then flattening the edges of the model out and then projecting it onto 2D, which seems like much more steps to do than just marking seams and then having Blender kind of auto unwrap it, basically. So there's some things that are harder and some things that are easier based on what I've been reading in it. That feels good to do. A wrench is definitely better than a knife.
Hello, soldier. I'm aware of the military plans of containment, but you can proceed without my help. Don't hurt me. My access
Does
code
have the
should
same
unlock any
voice.
door around this area.
Yeah, come unlock this door. Well, I guess that'll put me into normal. opposing force. I'll go that way. Is there
I'll get that door open.
any specific game I want to emulate the most? Basically, well, initially the project was kind of like it's my learning experience project where I kind of want to learn a lot of the kind of different components of like game development, basically. So start off pretty like, I don't know, super like I just wanted to be like, I'm gonna make a game where you just have one enemy and a couple guns and you just walk through some levels and shoot some guys. And then as I started getting like more familiar with the game development, then I started to like want to do like more things, basically, which seems to be very common. I guess I could scale it back, but I'm not in a super rush either. But I'm just kind of having fun with it, basically. But yeah, any one game, like, just depends on what what day you ask me this, basically. But I feel like I want the vibe of like, basically it's kind of the vibe of System Shock 2, but maybe the more gameplay of like a Half-Life, or like a, I don't know, like maybe like a Half-Life with a bit more of a survival horror kind of edge to it, basically, is kind of what I want to emulate. Where it's a little bit tighter on resource management, a bit slower paced in ways. And maybe a bit more dynamic with the enemies, I guess, too. Half-Life enemies are kind of static, I want to say. I really like the idea of like enemies that are very like reactionary, where think of like something like RE4 or like a N64 shooter, kind of like GoldenEye or Perfect Dark, where enemies like respond a lot like based on like what you shoot them with and like where you shoot them, type of thing. Like I really like that kind of element too. Yeah, Fear 1 had some cool AI as well.
Let's get the hell out of here.
Just like a one-hit them with the wrench now. Oh, he just presses the buttons on the door itself. Cool. Is this guy alive?
Please leave me alone.
Hey, what the hell are you doing down here? Get topside!
I'm not so sure I want to go to the surface. Those things, they're everywhere. This is madness. Oh my God, we're doomed!
He just like cycled through like 10 different lines in the game. That's amazing.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh, now I have the crowbar. Why do I have the crowbar? This is too many melees. I don't need the crowbar and the pipe wrench.
That weird noise, that definitely sounds
I love it with the hop. Yeah, this is a gauntlet here. I don't like the crowbar being up here on one because pipe wrench is just better. So always have to cycle through two weapons to get to the better weapon.
my cousin is the one that got me this job.
That's fine, I don't mind answering questions.
My mother's gonna worry when I don't make it home tonight. Personally, I think if we could find more soldiers like you, we may come out and say okay. Way too close for comfort.
I think they just stood in front of each other. Hopefully there's no more doors I need them to open. That's probably a door I need them to open. Hopefully there's another security guard I can find.
No!
That sounds like a, what is that thing called? Shock trooper. Sounds like a shock trooper. Okay. I tried to jump off the rope, but I had like no momentum going there. I have to actually swing. Help there. Good kit. I'm lucky with that armor hit. Wait for him to bust through. Oh, that's a Panther Eye. Security card acquired. Probably goes down here. Yep. Ah. I was thinking I needed like a security guard to open these. That was a little mean there. Just dropped me right into a Vortigaunt's pack. Ever had made a Half-Life 1 mod where you escape the robots in aperture science? I don't think there's been any like Portal or like aperture related Half-Life 1 mods. There probably are for Half-Life 2 or maybe just Portal mods itself. This looks like a nope. Thought it was gonna be a push thingy. Crowbar is definitely stronger than the knife. Look, that's the right way to go. Look over here. Ah. I think they're called pit drones, those enemies. Yeah, I feel like the janitor zombies are stronger. I think they have more health. How strong are you? Ooh, took an overhead. Okay, if you do a full charge, it seems like it'll one-shot them. Coffee. blocks are getting attacked. Oh, they just like beeline at you. I like this truck. Pretty quaint model. It's a model and not geometry also because my flashlight just kind of shines through it unless you hit very specific angles on it.
Squad Alpha, do you read me? Stefan, is that you? I thought the explosion in the prototype labs turned you into dust, but here you are, lucky bastard. Listen, things got really messy in your absence. We've been ordered to evacuate the facility. Join Team Bravo on their way to the extraction point.
I feel like something's scripted. Yep. I'll wait for that to open up. You mean and spawn an enemy behind you while you're trying to heal.
Catch up with you later. Don't wait for me. Fly away as soon as you get a chance.
Look for the Deus Ex
What the
rats.
hell? Guys?
So music's really quiet. So I heard a little music cue. There we go. It's very, very menacing looking here with these red lights. Yep. Nice try. I've played enough Half-Life to know they're just gonna put a head crab around the corner. Every time.
Where the hell have you been? The brass has ordered us to pull out. We must head to the evac center.
Affirmative, sir. Right away, sir. Incoming!
I lost my M249, sadly.
I was told this is
This guy
gonna
needs
be
some
a
HP.
babysitting job.
It's like war ambience here, that's cool.
Apparently they've got other plans for Black Mesa now.
Be sure we can do more damage that way. Medic!
If you make your way through the transit system, you can probably reach the surface where we are pulling out. Good luck. Over.
It's so funny to me just hearing like someone
Get through the transit system.
someone else voice lining the same like line of dialogue that's in normal Half-Life. It's like the same line verbatim. Like at that point, why don't you just use the original line? Oh, it's turret versus turret. Who will win? My turret wins. I always like this like mortar thing in opposing force. Hell yeah. Tentacles. Get out of here. Get on your hole. Try they didn't run into the tentacles and die. Like 50 cal. Ugh.
Government cover-ups were not in my job description.
Got one guy left.
I'll have you through here in no time.
Not engineers in there.
That's what I'm talking about.
I like these car models.
This place makes boot camp seem like Disneyland.
Low poly vehicles are very aesthetic to me. Oh, he's still alive. Cool, we got the engineer still. Let's say it's gonna suck if the engineer's already dead. So I probably need him for something, like, optional. It feels very blue shifty, this area here. Noticing that the Race X also have a different teleporter effect when you come in. So that's actually pretty cool. You can differentiate what you're about to fight by the color of the teleportal. Ah, you can fill up the medkit with this too. I like that. So your portable medkit will also like store health in it. I wish they gave me that sooner in this mod. I need to prioritize you not dying. Can you weld this? Probably do that door. Where is he? Come on.
I'll have you through here in no time. Okay, I'll secure this area.
Can't just go that way too. It's a Half-Life siren. It's diegetic. It's a diegetic raid, you could say. Oh, Gareth, thank you for the raid. How you doing? Playing some more Half-Life mod.
You got it, Corporal. I'll be right
All I got out of that was a recharge station. I guess that's okay, but I'm good on batteries. Hope your stream went well.
Okay, sir. Just a flesh wound. Clear this area.
Hell yeah.
Have you seen any other soldiers from my platoon? Let's get the hell out of here.
Round 2. The way they pop out is so goofy. So yeah, go straight to the medkit. That's cool. Destruction. I see. Water. Down the rest of that drink. This mod's good. I've played this mod before a while back. But it's kind of like a, it's like an opposing force kind of themed mod. These guys have got alien grunt hats, which is pretty cool. That's a good scream. Bastards.
Is someone there?
I can't see a thing. Is it good? Yeah, this spot's good. It's definitely one of the more intense fields out there, I must say. Oh yeah, I should change my... I just realized... It says Delta Particle still. We're playing Field Intensity. Should have updated that a long time ago. I'm gonna get a barnacle at some point for those. How do I get up? Does this move? Interesting. That's why they call Half-Life the thinking man's shooter. Because sometimes you have to solve a puzzle. Yeah, kill my medic. Now they lost their hats. Yeah, I don't think there's anything I can do about that. I don't have enough explosives. Never mind.
No worries. Sergeant Greg is keeping an eye on you.
Sergeant Greg, thank you.
Just when I was getting at your command, sir.
Is that my already stuck tank?
Stay away from the underground entrance. I'm gonna blow out the doors.
There's the gene worm particles. Oh, look at this environment right here. This looks cool. It's a baby guard from Sin Co-op. Oh, my grenade does not fit through the hole. That's what I think it does. Yeah, there's an invisible wall there. There's Race X fighting Zen. Who's gonna win the fight? I think Race X is gonna win. So we got a Voltigor. Voltigors are very strong.
Government cover-ups were not in my job description.
I got so many squad members. My God.
Do you have any idea who's in charge of this operation?
Do something. somewhere.
Recon
Oh.
team, check in.
This must be it. What's this, like, really slow machine gun? Good thing we have the army.
I got a bad feeling
I like
about
that
this
my
mission.
medic is always like the first one to get
Negative,
injured.
sir.
Hey, this is the song from this is the E3 Half-Life trailer song. This is a song they played during the, it was like the 2003 E3 trailer for Half-Life 2, I'm pretty sure. Or 2002. It was like the trailer is supposed to be aired at 2002 E3, I think. But I think that song was made by the Opposing Force composer. So I guess it fits in with Opposing Force. Yeah, and of course the medic dies first. There's actually a tram I can use here. Okay. Oh, hi. Oligor behind me. Wrench is very powerful. Run away from me, you bastard. Die. It's so strong at Gibbs zone.
Right away, sir. You got it, Corporal. I'll be right behind you.
Eggies. Let's make the baby ones come out. Security card acquired. Looks like a dead end there. Enemies spawning, that's how you know you're going the right way. Okay, I think I'm the last one alive. Curious if I could refill my med kit with beverages. That would be funny. Maybe the little puffy things are like bombers now. That's interesting. I feel like I've heard that exact same sound. Wasn't that in was it Half-Life Cage or one of the other mods I played? Maybe it was in Delta Park. It's like that same exact like explodey sound.
Man, I can't believe I actually shot this thing down. Holy crap! What is this shit?
I don't understand what's happening. All right. Got the Bradley. Hell yeah. Oh, never mind. No more Bradley. Looks like the way to go. I have so many shotgun shells. You've got like a little rail shooter segment here kind of thing. Not rail shooter, but just tourist section. A classic video game. If there is a turret, then enemies must stand in front of where the turret spawns. Oh, you bastard. I expect them to just blow my turret up. That's a subversion on the genre. Sometimes my shotgun shells feel like they just don't exist. I saw an enemy down there. Probably where I need to go. Oh my god. Oh hell yeah. Mid-air. Oh, that feels good. Like I'm like skeet shooting or something. I think it's only one way to go. Yeah. Objectives. There is no objective. Evac fail. I'm on my own. Staying in the same spot is not going to help you. Maybe I can find someone else to group up with. evil water. There's something down there. Ha. Nice. Got some snacks. Need to bring this over here? I guess it's blocking the way. It's like I just like crouch under it. It's probably the way to go. Can I make this jump? Ugh, that's a hard jump. It is doable though. Oh, it just loops around here. I see, I see. He's running past me. Johnny Quashford, thanks for the follow. Dodge. There's probably a puzzle here. Don't have the like pre-anniversary like physics glitch where you know, like fling yourself with physics here. Probably just jump across here. Yeah. I'm still alive. Yeah, I don't know if like it almost feels like the wrench and like the knife ups the damage the longer you hold it down. I feel like it's gonna get crushed by that. Yeah, I almost feel like the longer you hold it down, the more damage it does. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure on that, but it feels that way. That is the way to go. checking that. This does sound like it was locked, but it still opens. That's weird. I think he's like pinning me to the wall, god damn it. Or like at the end of opposing force here. Let's see what the other way is. Barnacle's on 6 now. Used to it being on, I think, the crowbar slot. That just loops around. Much now. Thank you for the sub. It's another valve thingy. I think I have to... I could maybe make this jump here. There we go. Nothing there. Is the tongue swing like, this thing? This thing's an opposing force. Actually got him with a nade. So now I have the Desert Eagle and the Magnum. The Verge. Have like a subtle amount of low gravity here. Kind of looked like that hound I like got up and then just died. Cannot kill the Zen thingies in this mod, which I'm fine with. It's like cool you can kill them in Delta Particles, but I kind of like them just being like static like map obstacles. This is probably death. Unless you can like swim in here somewhere. It's a very slow health drain though for being something you just die in, I feel like. Yeah, I think you're just dead if you fall in here. Wait, no, I'm stupid. I have this thing. Immediately forgot about the barnacle mechanic. Is this healing? What is this? Zen's kind of like how you imagine the Kadishan jungles, but with less foliage. Yeah, it's like the like Death World type of thing, where it's just like you're on a jungle planet where everything's just like, you know, biologically evolved to just kill you, basically. It's kind of scary. They're like cool in concept. Can I get up here? No. Strangely kind of like almost like human shaped like machinery here. Like human engineering, but it's like a Zen tech thing. We got these guys a lot. Go an arch. Curious if it's scripted or if I need to pass a damage threshold to get it to move. I'm gonna assume we need a damage threshold. Don't have my PAL cannon anymore, unfortunately. That scripted it. Here. I think the Vortigaunts might have been in their like worker mode here, so I might have shot them too soon. It's no big deal. It's a cool environment. Kind of funny if Zen reverse engineer scientist technology.
Vital signs are dropping.
It's kind of a tryptophobia room. A lot of holes. Yeah, they are reverse engineering human technology. It's like we've gone to Zin and taken their shit, and then they've also come to Earth and taken our shit too. I got like pieces of the Gonarch here. I think that's like a Doom thing, I'm pretty sure. Like, I don't know if it's supposed to be canon or if it's like implied, but there's you know, stuff in Doom where it's like the kind of like biomechanical kind of tech that like the demons have in Doom. Like the Doom Cyber Demon, you know, it's got like a rocket launcher arm. I always feel like there's like an implied thing with that where it's like Hell's kind of taken some of humans' technology and like applied it to like their own creatures, which I think is cool. I think Doom 3 does that a bit too. Those are like snark trees. Interesting. The snark stuff is so funny. I just thought they were just aliens as a kid because you just didn't have the concept of demons yet. Yeah, I had no clue, like, when I was a kid, I don't know what they were supposed to be. I thought the zombies were just, like, just human, like, guys, you know? Like, just soldiers that were trying to kill you for whatever reason. Oh, that's their HEV saying that. I was wondering if that was going to attack me. Right. Barnacle. What's going on here? It's like you've seen a ghost. Ah, shit. Let's find Klingons and the Romulans, and since Star Trek was usually on in the background. Can we jump to? Is that grabbable? Yes, it is. Doom RPG states that the cyber demon was created by the evil mastermind Cronus by combining human technology with demon flesh. I guess the Doom RPG... I don't know if the Doom RPGs are canon or not, but I mean... Sounds like what the cyber demon is. Ow. It's like landmines. Yeah, like a Doom tabletop RPG would be pretty cool. I feel like if you did like a Doom tabletop RPG, you would kind of like frame it kind of in more like original Doom, or like the Doom RPG like phone games, more than like new Doom. So I don't know how the hell you would do like the Doom 2016 tabletop RPG. Yeah, we have like 15 Doom Slayers. Like that would just be goofy as hell. Everyone's the power gamer, yeah. Yeah, Doom Guy's originally pretty much, yeah, Running Man. Like, it's literally the opening to the Running Man movie. You must shoot these protesters. No, I don't want to. You have to. And then he goes to jail for not shooting the protesters. Yeah, do you like a Doom RPG where it's like a survival game and you're like, yeah, the security personnel on the UAC Phobos base during Doom 1? Like the few, maybe like few guys that haven't turned yet or something. Yeah, have like different like classes. We're supposed to do something here. Maybe, oh wait, there's a button right there. I missed that. That's been kind of like Call of Cthulhu-esque. Call of Cthulhu it is, designed by Sandy Peterson. Back to those tabletop roots of Doom. Like OG Doom levels are like, if you look at the layouts of them, like they're literally like, they're like D&D map layouts basically. I don't know, like, I don't think I'm actually doing damage when they have the shield up. I almost feel like it's some sort of arbitrary timer. Damage roll? Nope, still got a shield. Maybe it does break, I don't know. Don't have the M249 this time. Man, they really did not let me have the M249 very long in this mod. I want that saw. Are you dead? I think it's dead. It could be like, I don't know, like the, it could be the, people, like the personnel in the UAC base, or it could be like, you're the, you know, distress kind of rescue team that goes from Mars to the Phobos base, because like Doom guy has like he has like a whole like platoon or like squad or some shit like go to the Phobos base, and the story is that he's the one that's left behind because they grabbed all the guns. They picked up all the shotguns and chain guns and rocket launchers, and then he just had the pistol. So he had to stay behind.
I guess the whole evac plan failed. I didn't make it.
And we forgot to pack an extra gun for you. Sorry. You gotta stay by and watch the ship.
We'll talk again later, buddy.
I also like the detail in Doom, how like even when you get to like really deep levels, like in the like hell levels, like episode 3 and whatnot, like you still see like dead Marines that like made it like that deep into the facility. This must be the way. Make enemies that spawn on the ceiling. Yeah, nobody ever looks up. That is the classic gamer move, is not looking up. You know what else is a classic gamer move? Putting head crabs right around corners like that. Die. The blops are here. They got grenade launchers. Black Ops are unfortunately just basically reskinned grunts from Half-Life 1. Just gives you an excuse to, like, you know, reuse like fighting the grunts in some sort of form in opposing force, but they're not super, like, I guess, like, you know, I don't want to say complex, but they don't have any, like, special, like, moves or anything like that, like the female assassins do in base Half-Life 1. Just kind of, like, reskinned HECU. Like you're fighting the Half-Life 1 grunts, but they don't have like the cool voice lines.
Access key required.
I know there's the phone Doom RPG game. Wait, is there a Doom RPG, like a tabletop? Or are we just talking about like a hypothetical one? I guess you could like homebrew one. Dark room. There's knee deep in D20 if Tammy kills an RPG. Okay. See one place right there. Is this explosive? It is. It's a big ass room. Oh, cool. I want the walkers destroyed. I thought this was one of the like coolest models in Half-Life 1. Such a like a like a high poly, like complex model that you only see for like a few seconds of the game. Really adds a lot to the like world building, like the intro in the game. Yeah, Fallout 1 was originally going to be GURPS, I think.